In 2026, the Kenya Defense Forces are stepping into a new era of military modernization. And at the center of that transformation stands a machine with British blood and African spirit, the Vickers Mk.3 main battle tank. Built in the United Kingdom, battle-tested through decades, and now upgraded for the future, this tank has become a symbol of Kenya's growing power and precision in armored warfare. When you see the Vickers Mk.3 roll across the rugged landscapes of East Africa, you're not just seeing steel and armor. You're seeing a story of endurance. Kenya first brought these tanks into service in the 1980s, when it needed a reliable heavy platform capable of handling both conventional defense and border security. Over the years, the Vickers Mk.3 has evolved from a British export tank into a uniquely Kenyan powerhouse, built to withstand heat, dust, and the unpredictability of modern warfare. In its 2026 configuration, this machine looks and feels nothing like the old-school battle tanks you might remember. Engineers and technicians from the Kenya Ordnance Factories Corporation, working with British consultants, have rebuilt the Mk.3's systems from the inside out. The tank's 105mm Royal Ordnance L7 gun has been retained, legendary for its accuracy, but it's now paired with a digital fire control system and thermal imaging optics. This means the Mk.3 can engage targets both day and night, in the rain, through smoke, or even when the target is on the move. Powering this beast is a 720-horsepower diesel engine, retuned for higher torque and fuel efficiency. With a top road speed of around 50 kilometers per hour and a cruising range of 450 kilometers, it's built for long-range endurance across vast African terrain. The suspension has been reinforced to handle rough and uneven ground, giving it an advantage during fast tactical deployments in desert and savanna regions. Inside, the new 2026 upgrades bring a completely redesigned crew environment. Gone are the days of analog gauges and mechanical switches. The latest batch includes digital multifunction displays, battlefield communication suites, and integrated navigation systems. Every commander, gunner, and driver inside this steel fortress now has real-time data on the battlefield. That's not just an upgrade, that's a revolution in how Kenya's armored divisions operate. Armor protection has also taken a leap forward. The Vickers Mk.3 has always relied on composite and rolled steel armor, but now it features bolt-on reactive armor panels and additional side skirt plating. These upgrades increase its resistance against modern anti-tank guided missiles and RPGs, which are common in asymmetric warfare across the region. In short, it's a 1980s tank wearing a 2026 suit of armor, tougher, faster, and smarter than ever before. The Kenyan Army's modernization isn't happening in isolation. Across Africa, countries are racing to upgrade their armored forces. But Kenya's approach is different. Instead of replacing its entire fleet with expensive foreign imports, it's breathing new life into proven designs. The Vickers Mk.3 remains a cost-effective yet deadly platform, one that Kenyan engineers can maintain, repair, and now even upgrade locally. This strategy not only strengthens national defense, but also boosts Kenya's own defense industrial capability. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Mk.3 is its mobility in difficult terrain. Unlike heavier tanks like the Russian T-90 or American Abrams, the Vickers Mk.3 strikes a perfect balance between weight and power. At around 39 tons, it can cross bridges and soft ground that would stall other main battle tanks. Its low ground pressure, combined with wide tracks, allows it to maneuver through mud, sand, and rocky paths typical of East African operations. That SY&S, often the first choice for deployments near the Somali border, or in counter-terror missions where flexibility and speed matter more than brute force. But let's talk about what truly defines the 2026 variant: intelligence. The tank's sensor suite has been enhanced with laser rangefinders, infrared night vision, and a data link to command vehicles. This networked battlefield awareness means that each Mk3 doesn't fight alone. It communicates with drones, infantry, and artillery units, forming part of an integrated digital army system, something that just a decade ago seemed far beyond Kenya's reach. Kenyan crews have also been retrained to make the most of these systems. Tank commanders now use helmet-mounted displays and digital mapping to coordinate maneuvers with precision. Combined arms exercises in early 2026 demonstrated just how far the Army has come. With Mk3 tanks leading mechanized convoys, backed by M117 armored vehicles, and supported by Israeli-built Spider missile batteries overhead, Kenya's defense strategy is no longer reactive. It's predictive, data-driven, and proactive. Beyond the battlefield, the Vickers Mk3 upgrade program has become a source of national pride. Kenyan engineers are using 3D printing for spare parts, locally sourced armor composites, and hybrid maintenance centers to extend the tank's service life by another 20 years. In a world where technology often comes at a premium, Kenya's defense industry is proving that innovation doesn't have to mean importing everything. It can mean improving what you already have. From a visual perspective, the 2026 Vickers Mk.3 looks stunning, a mix of classic and modern design. The turret's angular armor plates are complemented by newly added sensor pods, and its matte olive finish has been updated with digital camouflage patterns adapted for East African terrain. When these tanks roll out during military parades in Nairobi, they don't just represent strength, they represent self-reliance. And for military enthusiasts, the Mk3's story offers a glimpse into the next phase of African defense evolution. While other nations chase futuristic stealth tanks and robotic warfare, Kenya is mastering the art of intelligent adaptation. The Vickers Mk3 may not be the newest tank in the world, but in 2026, it's one of the smartest revivals you'll find anywhere. As Kenya moves forward with its modernization goals, the Mk3 remains the armored heart of the nation's defense, standing ready on the plains, guarding borders, and proving that legacy machines can still define the future. It's not just a tank, it's a statement that innovation, discipline, and determination can turn an aging warhorse into a modern-day legend.